Hello, everyone. As we come to the end of the Becoming series on the Intentional Excellence Elevate Your Life podcast, I just want to take a moment to reflect on what this journey has meant to me. People have asked me, why did you call it Becoming series? Because I truly believe, deeply believe, that life is a journey of becoming. None of us have arrived. Every experience, every challenge, every lesson, and every connection helps us shape into a person we're meant to be. We are all becoming. We're all becoming stronger, wiser, more authentic version of ourselves. This series featured 10 incredible guests from 7 different countries. And I want to take this moment to thank you, Ketty Lollia from Spain, Kevlan from Canada, Dr. Rani Thanacoody and Pete Rhea from the United Kingdom, Alice Readman from Bali, Indonesia, Mia Dins from Australia, Carin Andresen from New Zealand, Lashonda Irving from the United States, Alishia Baker from Canada, and Lynn Richardson from the United States. Each guest was intentionally chosen because I wanted to bring different voices, different experiences, and different perspectives to the series. No matter where we live in the world, we all have something to learn from one another. Different backgrounds, different stories, but so much wisdom, hope, resilience, and purpose. To each of my guests, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your story, for sharing your heart, and for being part of this journey. And when you become a guest on my show, you become part of my community. Because I believe in connection, I believe in collaboration, and I believe that together we can make a greater impact. I will always be here to support you, cheer you on, and continue building meaningful relationships together. As a speaker and a global becoming coach, I love teaching, but one of my greatest strengths is listening. Every conversation teaches me something new. And I hope that through this series, I've been able to take those lessons and share them with all of you. Thank you everyone who has watched, listened, supported, and shared this series. Thank you again to my guests for your kind testimonials, and thank you for helping me grow as a host. I am a lifelong learner, and I will continue learning, improving, and becoming. And if you missed any of my episodes, you can still watch the entire Becoming series on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. I am also open to sponsorship and partnerships. And if you partner with me, you are not just partnering with this podcast, but you are partnering with me through an entire ecosystem consisting of my coaching, my hosting, my podcasting, and my mission work. And if you align with my vision and purpose, join me, and together, let's make a world a better place. This may be the end of the series, but it's certainly not the end of the journey. And I can't wait to share what's coming next. And until then, keep growing, keep learning, and keep believing. And, of course, keep becoming. I'll see you in the next series. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
So remember who you are, behind the wounds and behind the traumas. There's one thing that I would like to add, because in my journey, what has helped me the most was asking myself, why? Why did it happen? Why did I react like this? Why did he react like this? So the why, it is something really interesting because it's psychological. At the moment you begin to ask yourself why, you already tell to your ego that you don't know the answer and that we need to look for it. And you don't need to look for it because the universe is going to make sure that you are finding the answer. My ego is my best friend. So I didn't shut it up. I told him, okay, I know you tried to save me because the information that you use, I gave it to you. So now we are going to speak about this information and we are going to change them together.
It's not about learning something new. It's about unlearning what's we've been taught about yourself, so that you can connect to that spark. That's why I like to call it that spark that we have, and we all have it, no matter where you're from, no matter where you're born, we all have this spark, and we just forget about it just because we come to this world and we hear a story about how we need to be and what we need to do, and it comes from parents, from education, from TV, from all of it, and they are shaping our mind, and then we just live our life based on the story we've been told instead of being who we really are. And that's why, when they talk about emotions and state of being, they always say authenticity is the highest state you can be in, is because when you're authentic, you are just connect to your soul, you connect to who you really are, behind all or beyond all those layers and that we've been taught about ourselves.
And I think, for me, success is not about awards and certificates. I have got all that. I don't need all these titles and all that. For me, success, it's about finding that happiness within. And that great success, I would say, for me is seeing my students succeed and seeing my clients being healed, being transformed, taking steps towards their transformation. That gives me a lot of joy. Or after 5 or 10 years, I get an email from a student who say, oh my God, I remember how this class has helped me, and they remember me. Some of them invite me for their wedding. That gives me joy to see their progress and their growth. That gives me great joy. And seeing my clients as well, some get married, some get better in their relationship or have better relationship with themselves and start taking action, and that gives me joy. For me, this is success,
Yes.
I didn't set a goal. I made a promise.
Wow.
And it is a big difference, because if you think about this, right, goals are very easy to write down, very easy to write, but promises are very hard to walk away from. And I actually anchored something that was far bigger than myself to the task of writing a book. And I openly pledged this when I was reading my dad's eulogy. And so this promise that I had made, it wasn't about me anymore. I wasn't letting myself off the hook. And the lesson overall, I think, is that when we truly decide to burn the boats, we're taking the island.
Yes.
I think something changes inside of you, and you just become unstoppable.
Yes.
So make promises, don't set goals.
Well, I do love the imperfectly perfect.
Okay.
Because I think that, we are perfect just as we are. We don't need to be any different. It's really accepting and having self-compassion, because we all make mistakes, and things don't have to be perfect either. We're in this world, we think everything has to be, everything we do, and it just really holds you back. Just be you, and people will resonate with that more than you putting on a mask and pretending to be this. Just be your true self, and you're imperfectly perfect just as you are.
I love that. And you know what? I think what will stay with people from what you said or from our conversation, it's really not information. It's the feeling. And your story gives people permission to change, to start again, and to not have everything figured out.
But it was interesting because every single time, with every place I visited or I went to, there was a part of me that had to die. I let go old versions I had to let go of, and new versions that were being birthed. And that was like a whole process. But the moment I learned to understand this is how life goes, and that's what we're going through actually every day, every week, in some shape or form. Of course, not super extreme, but people. It's when you learn to understand that we are cyclic beings, and when you actually move with the cycles, not against it, you are much more in tune. I know it's not all about, when there's light, there's shadow, darkness, the polarity. I want to point this out. It's really, really important. And when you are not afraid of going there, going into the void, going into the shadow, that's when life becomes fun. Because from my own experience, what I've learned, life is challenging. Shit happens.
Yes.
Make us just comfortable and happy.
It empowers me to share more, to give more, to guide more, because everything has got its place. And it's all about well-being and being the best version of yourself, no matter what age you are. And that's what I want for myself, but that's what I want for everyone else I'm working with as well, because I really truly believe age is just a number. It doesn't define you, who you are, because if you're curious, if you're open, if you explore, if you try new things, you're forever young.
Yes.
So, but if you have a really close mindset and do this self-talk and this sympathy all the time, it's a rattle. But you can be really old at the age of 30.
Yes.
Stay positive, stay consistent. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for that help. Don't be able to reach out for that help, because at one point I don't want anybody looking at me different because I went through this and I did this and I did that. You can't go with a mindset like that. Always stay positive. Even if you have, like me, I have a business mentor, and which is Miss Nicole, and she give me great advice, even if you haven't get a mentor to help you.
Yes, and like what you said, like some people just want to do things on their own, and that's okay. But at the same time, when you know it's ready to ask for help, it's okay. Go ask for help, because I feel like sometimes you need other like-minded individuals to support you in what you're doing, right? It could be, or just listen to a podcast, or like motivate a friend who really is motivational and inspirational. If you don't have a coach or a mentor, just find someone that you can really get good insights.
99% of success is just showing up.
Yes.
There's people out there that's always going to be smarter than you, prettier, funnier, more talented in other areas. But honestly, that doesn't matter. What matters is consistency, and just like learn how to walk.
That you already have.
You can learn any new skill. It just takes repetition and practice and continuing to show up. And most of the time, I've heard countless stories of people just beating it out just because they simply showed up. They were not the smartest one in the room. They were not the most talented, but they didn't give up. And so, keep showing up, even if it seems crazy. It's kind of like, when you're racing, if you don't win the race, you don't just stop running. And, you finish the race with all your might. That's what a winner is. Whether you win or lost, it's about having that spirit of you finish what you started and you do what you do to the best of your abilities. That is what makes you a winner, not a gold medal or something material.
But really what I'm most proud about is choosing to take back control of my life, choosing to get the support that I needed, choosing to advocate for myself, or actually really learning how to advocate for myself, and choosing to live a more healthy and vibrant and engaged life. And it is a journey that I continue to navigate. And I choose to stay on the journey, and I allow myself to be enough just as I am, while simultaneously acknowledging and appreciating the fact that I am a work in progress on the daily.
Yes.
So, and that's courageous work, and and it's so worth it. And I'm just proud that I took the sign. Because I could have just kept going. I was capable of continuing to just do that, but I didn't know how to do that without neglecting myself. And I learned how to untether myself from those thoughts and those behaviors, and to renegotiate that. And it has truly been life-changing.